It looks like we are live. Welcome to this week's session of Beyond the Backdrop. I'm trying to make sure everything is all good to go here. My battery just died. All right, let's get up here on IG. Boom, 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 and we're good. We're live. Okay, so guys, let me make sure my microphone is on so y'all can hear what I gotta say because this week is going to be amazing as it always is. Hey TikTok, how y'all feeling? All right, guys, welcome back to another week of Beyond the Backdrop. And just like I told you guys last week, we're going to have some fun with today's conversation. We're going to have so much fun with today's conversation. And you guys was like interested to hear more about this topic, which was all about the DIYs, right? The DIY culture and how you actually can stand out as a pro in I wouldn't even say just Pinterest fuel world. I would say Pinterest and TikTok, baby. And maybe a little bit of YouTube too. Maybe a little bit of YouTube too. But I think like now, I think TikTok got it, hands down, kind of got it a little bit. So again, hey Deirdre, welcome to the live, boo. Welcome. If you guys are viewing, drop me a comment. Let me know where you are viewing from. Because I love knowing where you guys are located. Benetta Pender. Good morning, sis. Netta is what they call her. Good morning, love. Yeah, so today, guys, we always, on Tuesdays, we just keep it real, right? We just keep it real. We just have conversations. I don't try to be on here super long. If I have any special announcements to share with you guys, I will. But like I said, today, I'm going to be asking y'all some questions. And that's one of the purposes for Beyond the Backdrop conversation is kind of recapping the podcast, but also to have a conversation because I want to know what y'all dealing with out there. Because I am not a designer, right? I'm a full-fledged educator. So I want to know, what are you guys like really actually experiencing? Even though I can honestly say we have had quite an uptick in people reaching out to us on social media as well as via phone looking for draping, right? So I know that it's an uptick for you guys if people are calling me. I already know. Hey, Evelyn Beautiful. Okay, Evelyn down in North Carolina. We coming in next month. We'll be there. Benetta, tell me if I'm not saying this right, is in the DMV, my hometown. We'll be there also next month. So super excited about that. So I want to ask you guys, I want to kick it off with a question, kind of get a feel of the room, see who here and what y'all dealing with. How many of you guys, because they still do it to me, I ain't gonna lie. How many of you guys have potential clients or people that just slide in your DMs or they'll send you a message, 9 times out of 10, it's a DM, and they'll have all these ideas or they'll send you some kind of inspiration board, right? And for sometimes they like to pick your brain because they know that they want to do it themselves. And they try to like get information from you or like where to get things from. If you have experienced this, I want you guys to drop a fire emoji in the chat, especially if you ever had to gently remind someone that, you know, what they see on social media or what they see and they try and go ahead and DIY it does not necessarily make them an event designer. I know in the beginning, guys, even with me not being super experienced in the beginning, I still was real sensitive about my stuff, right? But the whole like pick my brain or if I get this, can you do this, baby? But I gotta be honest with y'all. Hey, Constance girl. Hey, Andrea from North Carolina. I'll see you in a couple weeks, boo, in our Atlanta class. I gotta be honest with you guys. Even when I was writing this, I kind of found it to be a little humorous because we are creatives, right? Being super honest, we are creatives, and we got a little bit of that up in us too. We got a little bit of I'll figure it out. Let me see a picture of it. Oh, I'll figure it out. I know I do. Am I by myself? I can't be by myself. Put me down in the comments if you know you got a little bit of that DIY blood up in your body. I'm trying to tell you. But the difference is I have learned, and I've learned the hard way. I have learned to stay in my freaking lane, which is why you see me running this draping game, because that is my lane, right? Busted wide open. I can't anything else. Like, no, let me just try to get somebody else to do it, because I don't even. I've been there, done that, tried to do it, and it ain't work out for the best. It ain't work out for the best. Even me trying to look on YouTube and do all the things, like, I could figure it out. And the main thing about that is you end up being more frustrated than anything. Especially if things are of an essence, like time, or if you had an event and it's like a really important thing, right? Today, I want to talk about the DIY culture and like how is you guys really experiencing it, and also how is it changing the events industry. And I'm also going to talk about a couple lies, right? A couple lies. I shared them on my podcast. A couple lies that's out there people tend to think, right? And they could jump in these streets that we in, and they could do this and they can do that. And I'm going to tell you guys how they actually backfire and why you need to understand and realize that you that girl or guy, whichever one, right? I got to share this with my group, guys, because I got to let the group know that I'm live so they could join me. Wait a minute. Really quickly. Group, let's go. Okay, I had to make sure my tribe get in here, okay? And I'm gonna tell you guys about some amazing opportunities that we have. Something that we just launched, just kind of freaking fell out the daggone sky, but it's going to be really beneficial to the tribe, to just the tribe, period, baby. Whoever wants to take advantage of it. I'm super excited about that. So if you can, I know some of you guys be joining me on your lunch break. Some of you guys be sneaking and listening to me in your ear. And your AirPods, knowing goodness well you ain't supposed to be on this podcast, but I love it. Before we dive in, guys, I want to ask, what is the climate like out there, right? Have you noticed a shift in client expectations because of the DIY, right? Like what's going on out there? I had a couple people. It's funny because since I'm not a designer, it really doesn't bother me because I am an educator. So I'm like, all right, you think you're slick, but I'm gonna let you have that one. I had a couple people this week alone call me in reference to draping, trying to actually size up a job. They trying to size up how much it costs. They trying to size up what the materials. They trying to size up all the things, right? And I'm like, they really have no idea. And it's funny. I find it to be funny because how can you get into something such as draping? And I'm talking about large scale. I'm not talking about, a little basic backdrop. I'm talking about large scale, such as draping, and don't have a clue on what actually to do or what to buy. So sometimes I just be like, they don't even know what they're getting into. I really do, because I'm like, I know it looked like it's really simple, but until you actually get into it, until you actually understand it, until you understand all the different elements that come with draping and the actual art of draping, you're going to continuously feel the need to ask somebody because you don't understand, right? So I want to know what you guys is on this live now. I didn't even see these comments. I want to know what you guys is on this live now. Has it affected your business at all? Like, do people reach out still trying to pick your brain? Do people reach out still trying to get ideas or where to get this from, where to get that, instead of just running you your coin that you deserve because you've mastered your craft? I just want to know. I just want to know. What we do ain't all. Baby, say it again, Keisha. Baby, say it again. I know it looked like it, but it is not. It's really not, which is why I'm real passionate about telling all of you guys, put some respect on your name, right? Because what you do, you're sharing your talents and your gifts with the universe, and you deserve to be compensated for it. There's nothing wrong with knowing, and I ain't even gonna say feeling, there's nothing wrong with knowing you deserve to be compensated. And when, the whole DIY culture get in and try and do it all, guys, sometimes it makes your job easier. I know for me anyway, it makes my job easier, which is why I don't have to go hunting for students, right? Because by the time they out there and they trying to figure it out, baby, they frustrated because they can't figure it out. So now, guess what now? Now when they come to my doorstep, they're better prepared to like, all right, Precious, I done tried everything. Come on, I need you, right? So is that part of it is good. Because let's face it, the DIY trend ain't going nowhere. It's not going anywhere. That's one thing is true. Thanks to Pinterest, thanks to that freaking TikTok. TikTok had me change my whole house, y'all. Like TikTok had me throw away furniture, just randomly throw away furniture that wasn't nothing wrong with it. I just no longer like the color. And all these aesthetically pleasing platforms where you see this stuff happening and you just instantly think you could do it. Guys, I got so many freaking projects around my house that's not finished because I went into it and I'm buying all the tools and all the stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I could do it. And then I get halfway through it and I'm like, man, this is a lot of work. Or I don't think I thought this one through. Am I by myself? I can't be by myself. I cannot be by myself. Just got a call the other day about how to make it balanced. I told them book a class with me. My thing is, guys, I've been saying this since early stages of me teaching, right? Just pay for the thing that you don't know so that you can go ahead and grow, right? Just pay for the thing you don't know because that's the only thing stopping you from achieving this thing is that you don't know how to do it. So now I don't even hesitate. I just go ahead and I'll just go to the source. Unless I have a wild hair, every now and then I'll get that wild hair that tell me I can do it. And then I same thing happened. I'll go down the rabbit hole and I end up frustrated and realizing that, you want to know what? I should have initially stuck with my gut. Because that's just how it happens, right? The DIY culture, like I was saying, guys, is not necessarily a bad thing. I want you guys to think about it like this. The DIY clients, the DIY creatives, the DIY enthusiasts, they spend hours, guys. They'll spend hours scrolling and pinning and planning and doing all this stuff, right? And then by the time they reach out to you, they already got this vision. They probably already tried some stuff and found out that they fail, right? They can't do it, which means when they come to you, they're already halfway convinced that they need you to help them bring it to life. That's the beauty part of it, right? The main thing with this, though, and this is how a lot of people get it wrong. This is why this is one of the main pillars of the Posh Trifecta in running and growing a six-figure draping business. The main thing is that you need to know how to position yourself so that when they realize that DIY ain't where it's at, you're the first person they call. You're the first person they call. When I tell you guys, when it comes to your offer, what it is that you sell, what it is that you do, what it is that you're great at, when people are shopping for that thing, they need to be coming to look for you. You need to be the first thought. I'm trying to tell you, that is the beauty of positioning. So how can you guys improve how can you guys improve with your positioning? One is come to the daggone class, come to the tour. But let's just say if you ain't, because I only got a couple spots left anyway. One thing I want you to do, and we was talking about this on our mentorship call the other week, is you got to start posting educational content on your platforms, especially when it comes to this whole creative spiel, this whole creative industry. It looks phenomenal, and it does look like it's easy, right? It looks like you can pull it off, but if you don't understand all the elements that make it actually happen, such as color theory, if you don't understand, it's just so much to it other than. In the draping industry, it's so much to it other than just putting fabric on the pole. We say it all the time because it's way deeper than that. So you guys got to start creating educational content. You want to know why? Because people don't know. They out there shopping. That's it. They don't know what's the difference. Let's just say what's the difference between a designer and a planner. They don't know. They call everybody planners, right? Now they're getting a little more hip to, we ain't planners, baby. We designers. So when you are providing that educational content, you're giving them insight on what it is you do and why your pricing reflects what it does, or just the whole thing, right? You can easily do that by doing some behind the scenes. That's the easiest way to do it. When I see the behind the scenes of some people doing these amazing freaking displays and setups, I'll be like, oh, I thought I wanted a piece of that life. I don't. It's a lot of work. It looks amazing. I'll look at it from a distance, right? This is why, and what helps people understand why professional setups take skill, right? This is what helps them understand. Oh man, I didn't know she had to do all that. I just thought that, they come in and they put fabric on a pole and voila, magic, baby. They didn't see you struggling getting them uprights in the car, right? They didn't see you struggling going in and out, bringing your fabric and all your equipment. They didn't see all of this unless you show them. And a lot of people take this whole content thing and look at it as if it's really a pain, because part of it is, I'm not going to lie. But if you do it strategically and you just do it and realize I always say, don't look at it as creating content, because creating content is such a yucky word. It has become a yucky word. Why? Because it robs us of our time. It exposes us to a bunch of BS that sometimes we don't want to see. I know I don't be wanting to see the stuff that's on Facebook. I don't. Sometimes I don't even like being on there at all, because it reminds you of the world and the people that's in the world. But that is a part of my job, right? So the whole content creation thing, I don't look at it as that way. I look at it as I am going through processes, right? I am doing something freaking amazing. I just need to document what it is I'm doing. I just need people to see, why am I, whatever it is that they call me, why am I that? I am this because of all this I go through for my tribe, of all this I put up with, right? That's why I show my processes. Not to mention, I don't want y'all going through the BS that I be having to go through. I'm trying to tell you. But if I don't have no model to relic, right? I don't have no model to go emulate or kind of look at and view, then I got to be the model. So I don't mind creating those processes, right? Things going to happen. I made a post the other day. Things are going to happen, just sporadic things. Things are going to happen. And the more that you lean into it, guess what? You're allowing people on your journey to respect you as the CEO, the entrepreneur, the creative, the amazing designer, skilled person that you are. You want to know what this actually does when you're documenting the processes and you're letting people in on your journey? For one, you're showing up in a transparent and authentic way, right? People always are going to be attracted to that because it's real, right? Being able to highlight the real stuff that go on behind making this thing, this event, this experience freaking flawless, that makes you fall in love with the performer, who is you, even more, right? You're letting them see the difference between a hobbyist, somebody that just play around, dibble dabble a little bit, and an actual professional. Baby, I don't play with draping. I am draping all day. That's all I talk about. That's all I do. I'm trying to tell you, it's nothing about draping and hobby and me can be in the same sentence. I'm trying to tell you. So I want to ask you guys a question. Wait, what you say, Andrea? Struggling, arranging, and rear. Come on with it. In the car just to get to the event space. Baby, I'm sitting here. I've been struggling with this shoulder. I don't even know how long now, maybe a couple months, maybe like 2 months. And it don't seem like it's getting no better. So now these classes I have coming up, wait, we got to go pick up furniture today. We got to go pick up tables and chair, and I'm like, I'm so glad my son here. I'm so glad, 'cause I was dreading that, right? I'm like, oh my God, like, how am I going to make this work? But look at God. Look at God. I'm trying to tell you, look at God. Keisha say, gotta play Tetris when loading up the truck. Frustrating. It is very frustrating. I am just so grateful when those moments are when I gotta do all that physical stuff. I am just so grateful for that man that they call Doc. I am so grateful for him, because it can be a lot and it can be taxing on the body. I just did a video, or maybe I did a picture of one of my students, and she was setting up her unit, and her posture was perfect. I was like, now that's how you do it. And I seen a picture in one of my footages from a previous class. Guys, I'm trying to tell you, a lot of the stuff we do is taxing on the freaking body. I'm trying to tell y'all, we ain't no young whippersnappers no more. I don't know about y'all, but I know I ain't. But now to say, yes, trying to make sure you are not leaving anything behind. That's the worst. And guys, Man, I am forgetful friend, because if I don't have a checklist, that's why I operate off checklist, and because I can't mentally retain anything, because my brain works like this at every given second, and I can't retain information long, so that's why I always got it. That's why y'all see me with notes and stuff all the time, because I forgot. What'd you say? Oh, I forgot. I'm trying to tell you, but that's the same thing, right? That is the same. Hey, Kim Jones, girl. That is the same thing, guys. Like when these people go through this whole process, right? And they thinking they could do it. By the time they come to you, if you're positioned properly, they ain't questioning your prices. They be like, girl, just save me, whatever. Just run me the invoice. I'm trying to tell you. I want to ask you guys, have you ever had a client? Y'all tell me down in the comments now. Have you ever had a client try to DIY, right? But then come back to you in a panic? I did. I'm going to tell y'all about it in a little bit. Tell me if this happened to y'all. And if you can, like, sum it up and tell me in the comments. Y'all stories be knocking me out. I'm trying to tell you. They be funny. I'm trying to tell you they be funny. Andrea say, especially raising the backdrop up and down. All that. Yes. I think that's probably one of the things, is definitely the raising of the backdrop once we thread it with all that drape, which is why I'm glad we have the assistants that we have in class, because some of my ladies that actually come to class, that is very taxing, right? And it's just, until they're actually home and with their own team. That's why I try to always make sure that we have that available, because it's a lot. And especially if someone coming in, they don't know what to expect. And that's one of the main things they be like. They'll say that about how tall we go, how tall we drape, and how much fabric we use. They be like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, girl. Vanetta say, my left shoulder has pains. Yes, used to hold too many items in my purse. That's my main shoulder I use. I don't know what happened with mine, but it's been like this for a couple months. So I want you guys, definitely tell me in the comments if you had that happen to you guys. So now we want to get into a couple little lies. They call them myths. I just call them what it is. It's a lie. And we're going to bust a couple of myths that, people be saying. And these are things that I want you to realize why you, as the event designer, professional, you are still and always will be the queen bee, or the king. Wait a minute. The queen bee or the king. Can we say bee? No, what is it? I don't know. Just king of whatever it is that you do. I'm trying to tell you. So number one, people tend to think that DIY is cheaper. Baby, let me try to tell you something. We are still working on this bathroom. That he completely demoed the bathroom. Baby, we are going in month 3. And I beg to differ. Things like this is another reason why when people come to you after they've tried to do it themselves, is a more, they're a lot more, ready to give in. Because sometimes they do waste a lot of money. And even like in the beginning, when I got into the industry, I know I'm not by myself. Being in that daggone group. Y'all know that famous group where everybody try to tell you what to do with the DIY stuff. Yeah, I was one of them in there listening to everybody. And I'm in there making pipe and drape with PVC pipe. And ooh, child. And this was before I got a photography stand. So as you see, I went through all the phases, right? I went through all phases of this draping thing. So even with the DIY of the PVC pipe, it's, especially with the way the pricing that pipe kits are today, is a lot more affordable because it's in abundance. It's not so hush hush where you get it from now. It's in abundance. But back then, it was rather expensive, especially for a newbie like me. I'm like, you want me to spend how much? Not like, nah, I'm good. I'll make it. But the thing is, by the time you go through all that, because what did I do? I bought the wrong piece of this. I bought the wrong piece of that. Then I had to go back. This didn't fit right. That didn't fit right. It was just a mess. Not to mention the toll it took on my emotions. The toll it took on my emotions because I felt like it was going to fall. I felt like a fraud. It just ain't feel good. So main thing is not that necessarily that it's cheap, because it could cost you more time and it can cost you more money, right? By the time you buy all the supplies, mess up a few times, spend all them hours trying to fix it, you could have just hired somebody. I'm trying to tell you. And these are things like when people go out there and they trying to do this and they trying to do that, like, you could have just hired me. Some of you guys got family or friends or whatever, and they'll go through all the things and won't hire you. And I'm like, I get it though. I get it. But I'm like, I text everybody because I still got to do the same amount of work. Right. So I'm trying to tell you, like, DIY is definitely not cheaper. All right. That's lie number one. DIY is not cheaper. Not necessarily. Right. Lie number two, guys, is that anybody can do it. Baby, let me tell you, just because you watch someone else decorate, let's just say a wedding or a reception or whatever it is on TikTok, does not mean that you can actually execute it as well flawlessly. I remember when I be cracking myself up because I just be like, Precious, you be doing too much. I remember, I think it was my first mastermind, maybe. Baby, I was trying to do some flower centerpieces. Baby, they was just sad. I had Alicia came up. Alicia came up to try and help me. It just was a lot. I think was Tony. I can't remember. But baby, I said, this is really a skill, right? It's a skill. And once you have people understand that, they're not going to sit here and try and haggle your prices and all that. But this comes from you positioning, right? Event design does take skill. Not only that, it takes precision and it takes experience, guys. It takes experience. The only reason why I've gotten better over time with my draping, even with my instruction, when I go to compare, it's because I'm always working at getting better. I'm always working at what can I do now? When I listen to my tribe, when they say, Keisha had an idea the other day. We was on a mentorship call. And it's funny because I wasn't even sure that I was going to go into a warehouse. I wasn't sure. It just was like an idea. And it's so funny because on this call, the things we was coming up with ideas like that we could do for the tribe and for the mentorship. The things that she was saying, I was like, well, that's the spotter do that. The spotter do that. And in that split decision, I said, you want to know what? It's time for me to move into this warehouse. You want to know what? It's time for me to get access to this studio. You want to know what? It's time for me to get access to this conference space, because this is what my people need. So with me doing it, I'm not going to just say this is what I'm doing. What am I doing? Yesterday, I think I put up like maybe 4 stories. I didn't say I just was going to do it. I did it. It's like, we're here. We have arrived. Y'all need somewhere to practice. We got it. So I'm taking people on my journey and helping people understand why they need to come to me, right? Why no matter what it is that they struggle with when it comes to draping, there's a possible solution that I have. So you guys have to put yourself out there, right? And you have to put yourself out there in a way that you're positioned properly so people understand that no, it's not anyone can do it. It is not that cut and dry. When you want this thing right here, you got to run and see me. This is what showing up in your marketplace looks like, okay? So myth number 2, anyone can do it? Lies. Keisha, I seen it yesterday. I just seen it yesterday. When I signed into the Posh Draping University. I did, girl. I responded. Check your inbox. I responded. So I think all of that was good. Just check your inbox, Keisha. Myth number 3. People tend to think that if you do it DIY, that is more personal. And it can be more personal, but that's not necessarily true. Like, designers do customizations, right? They want their customers to experience a unique experience. So they got customized stuff. They do personalizations. They do all the things. And the biggest thing is they do it without the stress. Why? Because they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. I'm trying to tell you. I remember, I don't even know what year this was. I think it had to be before COVID, because like after COVID, I went straight into education. It had to be before COVID. It was a young lady I was working with. It was having an amazing shower. I thought it was a wedding, and they was doing a lot of DIY stuff, right? And they was trying to do all this DIY stuff. And at that time, I provided decor. I did. Sorry, guys, but she was trying to save money like they all try to do. Guys, I kid you not. I think it was like maybe two weeks. It was like 2 weeks before this event. And she pretty much called me like just totally freaking stressed out because nothing was going as she planned, right? And what do we do? When that happened, what do? We jump in as the freaking superhumans we are, super women, super men, and we take that vision and we transform it into something that is stress-free, elegant, polished, whatever it is, because that is what we do, right? But the thing is, when this is happening, has this happened to any of you guys? Like somebody say they doing an event or whatever the case may be, and you're responsible for one particular thing and they supposed to have everything else, and then last minute they come to you like, oh my God, I don't have this. The chair didn't come. This didn't come. This, or whatever the case may be. That is why you guys are superhumans, right? You are able to come in as the creators you are and take somebody's experience and turn it around for the better. I'm trying to tell you. Main thing that you guys want to do is show the value of your work. Definitely with the post, the before and after. Someone was posting before and afters in the group. I don't know. I think it was like, I don't even know what the day is, child. Tuesday. So it had to be last week. It was last week. They was posting before and afters in the group. And sometimes you can forget how far you've come. And when I was seeing them post these before and afters, I was like, wow, they have really leveled up. And then when I see stuff like that, it's in my notes. Sorry, y'all. When I see stuff like that, I get excited that they're still in the thing, right? Because I see so many people come and go. So many people get excited. And then for whatever reason, oh, it's too much. They can't take it no more, right? I'm like, all right, this ain't for you. But when they're still in it, or even when they come back, because a lot of people take breaks, life be life then, right? Life it got its way of doing whatever it want to do. But when they come back and they come back full throttle, and then you still see them on their journey, kind of just picking up where they left off, that is so freaking exciting. Why do I get so excited about that? I get so excited because where I stand today, whatever level of success I have, I got there strictly by my knowledge and my creativity, period. And being an action taker. It was no degree. It was not all these other things that people tend to think that they need for them to become successful. It was just me thinking of a solution, tapping into my people, and providing what it is that they need. That is why I get super excited about telling y'all, you need a course, you need to do this, you need to do. Come on, you complaining about money, baby. It's on the other side of your fingertips. Just bust a move. Bust a move. Make a freaking decision so that this situation can change. I'm trying to tell you. I've tried to tell you. Main thing, guys, I want you to post your work. Don't be afraid of doing so. I don't take down none of my stuff. I don't care how ugly it look. I don't care, because I'm able to go back and look at my journey. And I'm like, wow, I really did come a long way. The more that they see, the more they understand why you're worth every penny. Don't ask me about why do I charge. Just go look at my track record. That's it. Don't come back and talk unless you hitting that pay button. I'm trying to tell you, when you show people what you've gone through, right? How you got to where you are, not all of it, because some people just nosy, but like the actual things that you're doing, investing in yourself, showing up for yourself, still dealing with life, all the things. People see why you're worth what it is that you're requesting, right? Keisha said, say it again. I'm trying to tell you, it's true. A. Marie Decor. I came as a guest and ended up helping with the decor setup for the table. Oh, baby, I did that before too. Because instead of hiring me, they thought they could do it themselves instead of baby, that, oh my God, that used to be so frustrating to me. I'm trying to tell you. Thank you, Terry. Terry said that's true. Because it is, guys, I'm trying to tell you. When you show people the value, especially premium people, right? That is what they buy off of. They're not looking for the most affordable. So you run around, keep talking about discount this, discount that. That's gonna be a little like something to me. Like if I keep seeing you do a discount here, discount, like what's going on over there? Like at the end of the day, people that provide value, people that are positioned properly. When have y'all seen me put the discount on anything? And I would say in the past, I don't know, maybe 16, 17, I can't remember, but it's been over a year, right? It's been definitely over a year. That's not necessary when you're showing the value of your work and you're positioned properly in front of people that you're supposed to work with. Why? Because they're going to value your work. They're going to see that you're worth the money you're asking for. And if anyone else, they feel as if it's too much, guess what? Your pricing, your positioning it did what it was supposed to do. Because not only is it supposed to attract the right people, it's supposed to repel the wrong people. Like, no, you stay over there. You stay over there. I'm trying to tell you. That is what positioning is all about, guys. I'm trying to tell you. So a couple quick tips I'm gonna give you guys on how to stand out and win clients in this whole DIY fiasco, because it's not gonna go anywhere. It's not. Bonetta say this business is not for the weak, baby. She said, I quit every day until I look at my beginning stages. That is so motivational, and that motivates me to keep going. I've came a long way. Yes, I forgot my hand claps, y'all. I'll be forgetting. Let's give it up for everybody that has come a long way. Guys, I'm trying to tell you, some of you guys don't give yourself enough grace. Some of you guys don't give yourself a big enough pat on the back. And I don't care if you haven't grown as fast as you want. The main thing is that I've seen so many of you guys grow. I'm trying to tell you. Some of you guys are going slower than others, but it don't matter. The point is you're moving. Okay? This is not a rat race. It's not. So main thing I want you to do, one, show you guys expertise, right? Don't run around here keep talking about how good you are. Don't run around here keep talking about how good you are. Show them. I will be on a soapbox and I will toot my horn at any given moment. Why? Because I got receipts to back it up. I have tutorials. I have client stories. I have the before and afters, right? That is the stuff that it shows what I've done. And that's what's going to prove you guys skills, right? You won't have to run around talking about it. Just don't say nothing and just take more content, right? Document your processes. Be like, ooh, that's a bad mama jamma right there. I'm trying to tell you, who was I looking at? I was looking at Craig and Kenosha the other day. Like every time I turn around, they making something. And I'm sitting here like, dang, I wish they was closer to me, because there's a couple things I need. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like when you think about a thing, if I was to think about like some staging or something I need for whatever it is, they would be the first people I think about. Why? Because they're always showing up, showing that this is what they do all the time. I'm trying to tell you. So you guys got to show people what it is you do. Share your testimonials. Don't be scared. Ask people for testimonials, right? You're helping people to whatever capacity. And something as small as feedback is, I'm trying to tell you, that to me is more valuable than anything, right? So don't be afraid to show your expertise. Number 2 is highlight the full experience. People do not just, then I'm talking to my draping ladies and guys, people do not just pay for the drapes and the decor, right? I know it look amazing, but guys, they are paying for peace of mind. They're paying for a stress-free event. They're paying for your expertise because they can't do it. They're paying for the experience of their people walking in and like, wow, that's what it is, right? So I want you guys to focus on selling the outcome and not just the service, because truth be told, they don't care about your service. They only care about what's in it for them. So you got to learn to talk like that. Okay? Come on, Keisha. She says, action speak. Yes, action speak louder than words. That's my TT. Hey, TT girl. I pray that you will come to Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Terry, girl, we be there for Mother's Day. We having a 3-day workshop. I'm trying to tell you. You on Facebook, so I should be able to see your comment. So yeah, we have a tour stop in Dallas. I'm not in Dallas, my fault. In Killeen. Mother's Day weekend. So come on, girl. You gotta get in there with us. Get in there. Guys, it's Mother's Day weekend. That is the most amazing gift to yourself. That's the most amazing gift from a loved one, is just pouring into you, right? So that you could be amazing at, even more amazing at what it is you do. I put it on my calendar to make myself create something every 2 weeks. You want to know what? I like that, Joyce. I got it on my calendar to create something every 2 weeks too. And guess what? It's for Raising the Ball mentorship. So it's kind of like I wanted to create new content, but I also wanted to do it for an elite community, just like a intimate community, and have access just for those guys. So it's like a double wheel. I'm forced to keep creating new stuff, and then I really get to share it with my ladies. And do I got a guy in there yet? No, with my ladies that is really taking their level up game to the next level. So I love it. Last one is level up your branding, guys. I'm trying to tell you, I talk about it often. Branding is everything. I'm trying to tell you, if you want high paying clients, then you need to start looking the part. You just got to start looking the part. I know a lot of people like, I can't do that. I can't dress up. Nobody's saying dress up. Baby, I got, y'all see me in a black t-shirt all the time. Black t-shirt, black sweatpants, or black. No heels. I'm trying to tell you. Ain't no heels. But at the end of the day, I am still branded as a professional, right? Everything about my brand says one thing. So I want you guys to really focus on all aspects of your brand, not just your clothes and your hair, whatever, your website, your social media. Everything needs to play a part in your brand, right? Because pricing reflect the quality, the level of quality that you actually offer. Pricing reflect the level of quality that you actually offer. Premium brands do what? Premium brands attract premium clients. I'm trying to tell you. I say this in all of my master classes. If you want to attract those premium clients, then you have to become the premium service provider, right? And premium service providers, they invest in their brand. I'm trying to tell you. I am trying to tell you. She said, what? Awesome. I'm going to pull up the info. Yes. If I think for Joyce is here. If anyone is from my team, can y'all drop the link to the tour? So yeah, Terry, someone from my team is going to drop the link. You can see the Texas stop there. And Texas, I'm not sure how many seats left for Texas, but it ain't a lot. It's not a lot. And the first Atlanta class, you guys know, sold out. The second Atlanta class is halfway sold out. We only got I think 5 slots left. We got Columbia, South Carolina still, and we got Fredericksburg, Virginia, and Charlotte that still has slots left. But I'm going to hit you guys with another. I'm going to hit you all with something even more amazing. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. But first, one thing I want y'all guys to realize that the DIY trend, y'all, is not the enemy. Okay, it's really there's no other way to look at it other than being another opportunity, right? For you guys to show up, for you guys to educate, for you guys to position yourself as the expert that people need. Because when you don't show up, somebody else will. Because people gonna get what they want. Baby, didn't I just tell y'all they're gonna be scrolling all day till they find it? You need them to stop on you. I'm trying to tell you. You need them to stop on you. So if you're tired of competing, guys, with the DIY clients, you're tired of working with the bargain basement baddies, and you're really ready to level up, attract high-paying clients, and finally charge your worth, then it's time to take action. Period. Y'all been sitting on the fence, some of you guys, for a very long time, and I'm trying to tell you, this is the best, most easiest, most profitable season to get into draping. I'm trying to tell you guys, I've been doing this for 7 years. This is the most profitable season to get into draping. Not to mention there's an influx of requests, right? People are in my inbox every day. Precious, I just got this. They just sent this picture to me. How much you charge? I'm like, girl, I get like 5 of these every day. And most of it is either Baroque draping or some of it is perimeter draping. They like the request I'm getting a lot now. And I'm like, take the class. I got two Baroque trainers coming up. Take the class. That way you know and you're confident in exactly what to do and how much to charge. Because this is one of the easiest trends to make a great amount of money because it's trending and everybody want it, right? Everybody want it. So guys, y'all definitely need to know and look on that tour that if it's a stop that's close to you, that you need to be joining the Raising the Bar Masterclass for the spring tour, right? I can't remember all of the locations, but it's right there at that link. The team just dropped it down for me. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. But what just recently happened, I'm going to share it in more detail on Friday. But what we just recently did, guys, I just moved back into a warehouse so I could properly run my e-commerce store. I also went back into a warehouse that has, we got studio space so I can host my private draping sessions. People been asking me to host these private draping sessions again for a while. I don't think I've done any in like maybe 3 years, right? So I'm going to be doing private sessions only up until June. After June, they're complete. We have our first amazing young lady, Karen. Shout out to Karen if you're here. that she booked her first VIP intensive. It's a 2-day workshop. So we have access to a studio for a content room, and then we also have access to the conference, a conference room. So the conference room is for VIP intensives. That's for you guys that may know draping, but you still ain't making that kind of money, meaning you really need an intensive for eyeballs on your business so that you can leave with a plan of how you're going to make some money in this draping game. I'm trying to tell you, it's the easiest time to do so. It's so much money running around draping. It's ridiculous. And I'm talking about big installations. Every call that I've gotten or inquiry that I've gotten over the past couple of weeks were big installations. It either was a designer that didn't know what to do with it and didn't know how to price it, or it was someone celebrating, and that is exactly what they're looking for. Guys, this is the time for y'all to get in. That's all I'm gonna tell you. So that's the VIP intensive. If you are focused on draping, you can come and take a private session. All eyes on you. It could be premium draping or it could be Baroque draping. Now, one thing I love about the content space is a completely blank canvas. So it won't just be a backdrop. It will be more or less like a styled shoot. We're going up here now to pick up furniture. I'm talking about estate tables. It's going to be that kind of experience. And it's nothing like, especially if you know, I don't know if you're not sure what you're doing, it's nothing like having exclusivity where all eyes are on you. So I'm super excited for this opportunity because it's just going to provide a lot for my tribe. Things that we've wanted to do, but may didn't have the space. People that are in my programs being able to come and do refreshers or trainings and things like that. Super excited. So guys, if you are not a part of the tribe, at least get connected by joining the free Facebook group. That's one of the places where whatever's going on, you'll kind of be in the know. As you guys see, I don't be on social media like that. I may post and be gone, but as far as this, the best place to get started is in the free Facebook group. So you stay connected, guys. I'm trying to tell you, I'm super excited for this year. I'm super excited for what we have to offer. I'm super excited for where we're going. And I definitely want to see you there. Hey, Glenda girl. The second one is, so the second Atlanta class is a 2-day class. It's April the 24th and the 25th. Now, it's 2-day class because I had young ladies that wanted to do premium because even though Baroque is hot, it's trending, right? But when the trend is over and you still don't know how to drape or, you don't know how to combine them, then you in trouble, girl or guy. So we are combining them. Day 1 is our regular premium draping, full day of premium draping. Day 2, full day of Baroque draping. So it's a 2-day workshop. Super excited about that. Texas is a 3-day workshop because that's a whole experience for Mother's Day. That's Baroque draping, florals. It's a lot in that class. It really is. This is for those that do full design, right? And just want to level up all around. Super excited. I'm super excited about all of the classes. I really am. It just ain't getting here quick enough. The very first class is in a month, April the 5th, right here in Atlanta. That one sold out really, really fast. So you guys, the main thing is just stay connected, guys. Stay connected because we have a lot of new classes, masterminds, even for the alumni, people that have gone to our trainings. We got refresher courses. You guys know I always kind of wanted to do a refresher class. So just kind of be looking out for all that stuff. But for right now, if you guys are ready to get in and level up now, tour. All roads lead to the tour. All roads lead to those classes between April the 5th and Mother's Day. Okay? We be in 6 different locations. Pick the one closest to you. And I hope to see you guys in the space. Any questions? Time to come visit and set up. You've been talking about that forever, Keisha. Well, now, see, that's why you got to speak for what you want, because now it's here. It's here. So, guys, I'm trying to tell you, I want you to definitely consider joining the tour. But if you maybe not sure, I want you guys to definitely check back next week for our Beyond the Backdrop, because next week, guess what we're talking about, y'all? We're talking about something that you guys, some of you guys anyway, struggle with quite a bit. I sat here and told you a lot of people was in my inbox this past maybe 2 weeks doing the same thing. And that's pricing. Event designers undercharging for their work, right? I want you guys to be real with yourself and ask yourself, are you charging really what you should be charging? I kid you not. I don't know how many people came and asked me this week how much to charge for this. So we're going to talk about it next week. We're going to talk about where you guys are, where you guys would like to be. And y'all know the only thing I'm going to do is keep it real all the way a buck, right? Until next time, guys, if you have any questions, you guys know exactly where to find me. I want you to stay fabulous, guys. Keep slaying, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye, guys.